Henry Ford bankrupted almost 7 times in order to do the T model car, Walt Disney 8 times, and Louis Braille was blonde. He could simply sit at his home and do nothing, but he takes the responsibility and the decision to go out to the outside world, and he invited the Braille system, which is benefiting millions of people all over the world. Muhammad Ali Clay, when he loses the boxing matching for George Foreman, he breaks his jaw. That makes him stay at hospital for months. He chooses not to waste his time. He starts watching the game over and over to learn from it. He was observing his movement, breathing, concentration. Then he takes the decision to train inside the hospital. And finally, when he went out, he simply defeated him. All of those people, with others like Taha Hussein, Khalid Ghassan, Jamal Al-Qahtani, have something in common, which is the ability of making a decision. They decide to continue with an internal power till they reach to their dream. But is taking a decision only is enough? Of course not. You have to take the responsibility of your choices. You know that's me and you are exist today because of some decision we have taken yesterday. If I take the decision yesterday to be depressed, I will be depressed today, and if I continue making this, I will be depressed tomorrow as well. Now, how to get rid of this? Only by taking the responsibility of your life. You will read about some examples of making a decision without the sense of responsibility. You can see a student who decided not to study, and at the same time, he can simply decide to study and work hard. And when he fails, he will start blaming his parents, his teacher, his friend, his country. He just wants to blame. When you start blaming, you are actually giving your mind a message that I don't need you anymore. One of the examples of making a decision without the sense of responsibility. I was in another country. I ride a taxi. I want to see how the real life and people goes. The driver told me that he had been driver for 13 years. He started complaining, as you see, life is difficult, people can't eat, the regime is difficult. I looked to him and said that if I were you, I will be the owner of this taxi. He replied, you are not actually living at the same planet as we do. I told him yes. I'm from different one. I'm from a planet of making action, not only a word. You see, who make this decision but him? I will tell you a story about Dr. Barker. His father was a driver man. He was driving a taxi. The owner of this taxi decided to sell it. The driver man can't believe the news. He had a heart attack and died immediately. His son, Dr. Son On Barker, he is a doctor from Thailand. It's a very famous story all over the world. When he started riding the taxi, his thinking was different. His interest was different. He was thinking of how I own this taxi. When you're thinking in that way, the mind starts opening all the files that you need in order to succeed. How to succeed, how to achieve it. But when you start blaming, your mind is simply will do nothing. If you take an example of someone who wants to lose weight, the mind will explain to you why you are fat. You are eating badly, you don't live a healthy lifestyle. Actually, action, the answer will be exactly according to your self-evaluation. But when you change the question, how can I lose weight? Only the mind will answer, have a healthy lifestyle. The mind will answer you clearly. The answer is equal to your self-evaluation. So Dr. Bark asked himself, how can I own this taxi? His mind answered him starting from the relative, see if they can help you, and the friends. And during and almost six of his relatives told him that they offer some of their saving to help him to buy the taxi. They go to owner of the taxi, they offer him, and he agree to take a long-term saving to allow them to buy the taxi. In less than 6 months, he owned the taxi, even if it was in a small part, but he owned it. And during the 6 year, Dr. Parker was the owner of a fleet of taxi. Then he wants to buy an airplanes. He asks himself the same: how can I do it? If people can do it, I can do it too.